We are live. Hello, everybody. I'm going to share this around, and I would love for you to share too. Hi, Christina Lee. Of course. How are you? Trying to share. Oh yeah, here we go. How are you? It's been a minute. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Let me just share this a couple places if I'm able. Seeing that I gotta shift how I'm sharing as me so I can get to my groups. And then I'm just looking forward to doing a reading and connecting in with each of you. Well, they just don't make it easy, do they? The sharing is not letting me share very easy into my groups. Interesting. Well, maybe we'll share it afterwards, although I would love to have the liveness. Okay, here, let's see if this works. There we go. All right, we have a little more access here now. And we're going to share into the Valtopia Celebrate. And all right. Oh, maybe we'll share to my page. That would probably be a good thing too, right? Share now. Okay, I'm all over the place. It's been a minute. It has been a minute since I'm sharing all over the place. Ooh, you just feel it's some yoga. Very good. Good. Keep the Zen going. I think a lot of us are feeling interesting waves of emotions and all kinds of things as we move through this powerful time that we're all going through together. Let me know how it is in your neck of the woods. And I'm super excited to be coming back on more consistently. I was in the middle of the country with my family on a freshwater lake. It was stunning and beautiful, and it was so good. And now here we are back in Los Angeles, and there's a lot of unrest in my neighborhood. There's a lot of drive-by shootings and weird stuff that was not happening before. Random fires being set and all kinds of things. And of course, we have the fires all up and along the coast. So if you caught my stream yesterday, or my post, we did a beautiful collective Healy vibrational moment with the Healy doing breath of life frequencies. And if you're sensitive to frequencies, which I know you are, Christina, you may feel the vibrations running right now. I'm actually hooked up to my Healy, and I'm currently running food sensitivities because I'm having some sort of reaction today in my body, which is part of my experience. And the Healy is allowing me to recalibrate my chakras and my food intolerances and everything. If you want to know more about that, I just recorded a Zoom video and just say, I would like to know more about the Healy video, and I will send you a link to the video I just recorded. So what I want to focus on today is to just let you feel the vibrations and to connect in with each of you that join live or watch the playback. And I got my cards here. I haven't done a good old Valtopia spread in a minute, and it's September 15th, 2020. We are going into a new moon tomorrow, I believe. And we've had some serious cosmic transits with Mars going retrograde and all the planets moving here and there. And of course, we are part of this experience together. And what I feel evoking from this time going forward is, especially the next 3 months or so, a lot of feelings coming up that need to be like purged and excavated from deep within the root of us. And as you guys who know me well know, that's my jam. That is what I do. It's not the sexiest job in the world. People want to like stay all, I thought I've been sex and money. And I'm like, yeah, we get that. We get that. And we got to dig up what we're in right now. We have stuff we have to shift where we are to come into resonance with our bliss and our creation. My clients that come to me are ready for bliss and delight and joy, and they get it, but we got some deep work to do for a minute before we get into resonance with our highest vibration. And a lot of times we've been shamed into hiding what we're going through because we feel like we can't speak about it, or we've already invested so much, how could we still be in the middle of this stuff? And sometimes it's karma, and it's like in your DNA and in your body and your bones, and you get to shift it. You get to shift everything. We're just energy. And the blockages or the places where you're holding on to certain emotions and vibrations are what keep you stuck in that reality. So let's get to shifting our reality more powerfully every day together. And that's what today's reading is going to be about. How can we tune into our emotions that are coming up for release, or the physical manifestation of these emotions, like me having this food sensitivity and my gastrointestinal response or whatever. Like, let's take a look what the cards have for us today. And let me know if you have a question about the Healy or any of this, and we will connect. Hello, everybody. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Mindy. Hi, everybody. Yes. So share this stream. Those of you that share somewhere new, I would love to pull a question card for you, or a fuck yeah card from my deck, and let me know if you did share, and let me know if you want that Healy video when I'm done with it. So I want to start first with the good old diagnostic deck. This is my trusty tarot deck that was gifted to me in 2015, and I always call it my trusty diagnostic. And really what we're doing with these cards is having a conversation. Of course, I know those of you that book in with me love Oracle and tarot cards and readings and energy and everything. If you're just new to me and you're like, who this lady? I'm Val Cripps. I am your shamama. I am your soul regeneration artist. I'm here to support you with alchemy, art, and very pointed, deep, loving, focused guidance to how to process and embody, how to process your emotions and embody your wealth. This is about nourishing your ebb. And here's my client and friend and delightful team member, Nicole Crowley. This is her beautiful face. How to tune into your own feelings, process them so you can be clear on your soul desires, your soul purpose, your soul mission, your soul being, and be it in resonance and ease and flow. Sometimes it's not easy and flowy getting into alignment. And for most of my clients, you've already done a ton of work and learned a whole bunch of things and lived a life shifting into gratitude and blessings. And the work that we do is about getting into the root, where some patterns are really sticky or hard for your ego to shift out of because it's painful or scary. I'm here to support you through the scary and through the deep and the dark, to the bliss and the joy and the creation. And a lot of people won't go their surface level. They don't want to deal with that. They want to make some money and get to the good stuff. Well, we want to get to the good stuff in holistic, totalitarian, no, that doesn't sound right, in holistic presence of you, of witnessing you, and you finding the solutions, not somebody force feeding you solutions or dumping another method on you or making you certify or learn some more stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but most of the answers for the clients that come to me are already within. You already are who you need to be. You might be like foggy or have layers over you of some confusion or disruption that we get to clear, clean slate, clear vision, so you can effectuate and be who the fuck you is, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let me see who's here. I know, isn't it gorgeous? Gorgeous. Okay. So let's start with this diagnostic and get through this, because I know everybody's busy and doing lots of stuff. Whoa, that's a lot of cards coming through. Oh my goodness. So of course, the first card that comes up is the bliss card, the bliss card. And bliss is a difficult one to admit when we've been living through trauma, and even if we're living in a good life. There's so many programs and conditions and training and social programming and everything that teach us to want less than what we're being called to, for safety, for security, for experience. Like, well, we already tried that and it didn't work, so I'm going to tone it down. Don't tone it down. Don't deny the bliss that is divinely yours to bring through in your being. When you allow the bliss in your reality, you allow bliss in everyone else's reality. When you deny bliss in your reality, you're denying bliss for everyone else. We're all doing this together. So let your bliss become. Ooh, twin flame. I have been doing a whole lot of work with my Healy and twin flame. Twin flame isn't about somebody outside of me, although I've had the experience of meeting somebody I felt really like, oh my gosh, is this my twin flame? And I understand what that is. It's about me. It's about tuning back into yourself and understanding your own resonance within yourself. And you have a lot of people going around you know, reading fortunes and trying to understand why they can't be with that person that's outside of them. And it really comes down to, what are you doing inside of yourself? What is the reflection you're feeling inside of yourself? Even if outside of you, you're not where you want to be yet. And this is what I talk about in the Zoom video today, where I run the healing and tune into what's coming up for me in my chakras and my body and being. And so if you want to know how to shift the inner world to match your vision and let it manifest on the outside, I've got so much information for you. So I love that we have bliss and the twin flame. Like, what's your inner reflection going to be reflecting? Strength. This is a high flyer. Like, you're up on the tripwire looking down, and like, don't look down, stay the course, stay up there on your high flying wire and let yourself lead in that high vibration. Even if when you look down, it looks scary, the moment that you're in is now, and the moment of now is creating the next moment of now and the next moment of now. And when we hang on to what's behind us or keep looking down instead of looking up and forward, what do you get? What do you get? The body musician. So much, you know, I can tell my own story here. Like, I had to drive across country with 2 kids, my dog, all my shit in my car. I didn't want to come back. There was a lot of resistance there. And when I got back, I felt so stiff and I haven't really been working out as much and blah, blah. Yesterday, I rode my bike to the beach. I did push-ups. Throughout the day. At first 10 push-ups, I felt like so old and like, what the heck? And then the second set of 10 push-ups started feeling pretty good. And then the third one, I was like, damn, yeah, right? One step at a time. Move your body, breathe into your being, let yourself move the energy that wants to stay inside of you through physical movement, through yoga, like Christine was doing yoga, through whatever method you can do. Let yourself be moving that energy through your body. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. Hi, Alana. Hey, Joe. Hi, everybody. Yes, I love to see everyone. Feel free to share this. We're doing a reading, a group reading, collective reading, and then I will be happy to tune into each of you that share the live stream and pull a card for you. It would be my pleasure. All right, so we have a Go with the Flow card and the Knight of Cups. I know there's more to these cards than the surface level sharing I'm doing here, but this is what we're gonna roll through this quickly today. If you want to dig in more deeply or have your own reading, I have some different offerings right now, and I'm about to have it all clear and lovely on my website. We're getting there. So go with the flow doesn't mean giving up on your own needs or not recognizing your desires. Going with the flow could mean feeling the emotions that you don't want to feel or somebody else doesn't want you to feel. I did a stream on my page today about not trying to fix people, but witness each other. And part of witnessing is sitting next to someone, and it might be really uncomfortable to watch them express the deep, dark stuff that's inside of them that needs to just come out, and the throat needs to say it, the body needs to express it, and then there's a moment where it comes out and you realize, oh my God, that was so much more terrible in my head, unexpressed. And when I finally got to just spill the beans, and then I can begin to shift it. If you're keeping it all inside because you don't want to be negative or you don't want to utter negative words, you don't need to do that with me in my spaces. You get to express it. I'm not going to let you stay there like a bug on your back rolling around, but we need to learn to recognize these emotional ups and downs as part of a whole experience that's there to guide us. It's our guidance system. And going with the flow can mean letting yourself understand and witness your own emotions, right? Make sure I'm not missing any comments. Witness, for sure. Yeah, if you want to get more support for that, go watch that video on my page. It's not very long. Okay, so the next 2 cards we have coming up are the energy drain and the squelched imagination. So solar plexus is really big right now on this cosmic transit. So if you're feeling like, I can't change this, or somebody's way too up in my space, I'm experiencing control outside of me, like old patterns of feeling helpless because something outside of me wants to put their thumb on me. it's not that you're revisiting and you're back where you were. It's coming up for review because somewhere inside of you, you still have a leak. You still have energy leaks. And in the new frequencies that we're coming into, and the new vibrational like the higher vibrational living that we're coming into, an instant creation from your thoughts and being, you can't be hanging on and letting your energy seep out because you're not conscious of where your boundary is and how to express it in the loving, compassionate way. There's no more of this like hiding and I'm not going to speak it. So this is where we have work to do. And if you're feeling compromised in your solar plexus, and like I had a really low register of my solar plexus today, there's a combination of expressing what's in your throat and in your heart, and then letting the aftermath of that occur and letting other people have their reactions to your needs and desires, and not denying the job that you have to curate your own vessel because you're trying to protect or be nice or hide from the job you have to protect your own vessel and to curate your own guidance of your own energy and your beingness. It is your duty and your privilege to speak to others the truth of your needs as a being, and to allow others to reject or regenerate with you. They get to do what they need to do, and you choose what you do. You don't choose for them by not speaking up, by not letting yourself find support to validate the boundaries. You know, some of us have to get legal support to establish our boundaries. And that can feel so scary to many a nice mom or woman who's in a situation where they just don't want to rock the boat. And we would just rather be healers and be pleasant. Fuck that. If you need to get a lawyer to help you understand your rights, to feel more clear so that you can stand up and change the situation you're living in, that's okay. That's what you need to do. And when you stand up and find the strength and support to enforce your boundaries and to create the reality that you're being called to, you'll find that the people who were pushing and leaning in and using you will go somewhere else, or they will, and then they have to come into their own presence and strength. And this goes for your kids too. You know, if you don't have boundaries with your children, what are you teaching them about your value and their ability to express their emotions and needs as a being? Get smart. And I love doing this work with you guys. And this is the work that I do with so many of the leaders that come to me who desire cash infusions and want to go from a 5K month to a 10K, or a 10K month to a 15, or a 20K to a 30K month. It's all the same. At some level, there's a nice lady inside that doesn't want to break a boundary. And so we break the boundaries in a safe space and move through the very real PTSD response that can come. You can get foggy. You can feel like running. You can feel like fighting. And you can be doing all this stuff instead of actually just taking the action you need calmly and with curiosity towards yourself and the other people in this play we're living together. Like, you know what? No, that's not working for me, and I'm going to need this. And just letting it sit and letting the change take place. So if you're feeling squashed in your imagination because you think that something outside of you is controlling you, where inside of you can you decide, no, you know what? This is what I need and desire. And now I'm going to find out the how, not only by finding out, but also by letting divine support come in that you could have never thought of, that you're actually blocking because you don't trust yourself or the divine. What do you think about that? Okay. You need to call out the bully. Yes. Hey, Virgie, that's my baby. All right. I love it. I might have missed some of your comments, but I will go back and look afterwards. And, you know, this also goes, I want to bring it that we're talking about boundaries and other people, but I want to talk about you as your own most offensive boundary crosser, right? And this can come to those of us who are showing up and doing live streams and creating spaces for others and creating and facilitating transformation. There's this pressure to show up every day and to show up faster and to create results faster. You know, the attention span of everybody is like this, and if somebody else has a fancier presentation and they have more people and they look more legit, so everybody goes over there. You don't change your stream and the medicine coming through you and the way you show up because you're looking over at somebody else and feeling like FOMO and stuff. And the worst person for this is you. I see it with myself and I see it with my clients. Here you are laying there bleeding, cramps, sick and you're beating yourself up because, oh, I didn't go live today. Fuck that. Like, you have my permission to not go do anything that isn't in alignment with your wealth, with your care. And so know that the biggest shift that happens for many of my clients is that in that time when they pause, instead of spending that time pausing, beating themselves up, feeling insecure, and comparing themselves to others, they regenerate in the pause and know, hey, I'm a fucking rock star. I'm pausing, and when I come back, oh my God, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And I need this time right now to reflect and regenerate and rebuild my cellular structure in a new way based on these changes I'm making in my experience. And the people that are truly meant to align and work with me and be with me in this experience, they'll be there on the other side. The people that need to go, let them go. I've had so many change of the guards in the 5 years I've shown up. And I'm telling you, no matter how big I get, or people are like, oh, you're on fire, you're everywhere, you're so visible. There's another moment in a couple of weeks where I'm laying here with my cramps and my menopause and my kids, and I can't show up. I literally can't show up because it's not in alignment for my peace and my stability. And I don't show up, and it's okay. Because y'all are still here, the ones that are really want to be with me and really understand the arc of the journey we're creating together. And so fuck the FOMO, quit comparing yourself to other people, and stop beating yourself up. All right, that's the message. We got a full moon here now. We have a new moon tomorrow. One of the things I've been thinking about, when I first got in this business, all the coaches that started me are like, oh, do a full moon thing. And I didn't even know about the moon or follow the moon back then. And I was like, well, am I supposed to suddenly be a moon expert and launch these activities around the moon? And then I did start to tune into all this moon talk and monthly things. And then I actually did for a whole year. I had something called the Love Drops. And I recorded a love drop every month on the new moon. I picked the new moon because back then when I would have my cycle, it would be on the full moon. So I was like, okay, I'm able to show up and shine on the new moon. Well, then last year, my cycle started happening every 2 weeks. So now I have a monthly drop, and I do it when it's in alignment. Sometimes it's on the 15th of the month. Sometimes it's on the 29th of the month. Sometimes it's on the 1st of the month. But you know what? When it comes through, it's fully aligned and expressed. And that's the energy we're in now. That's the go with the flow energy. And I started talking about this in 2016, when Michael and I did Epic Video Rockstar. I had this whole campaign called Feel It, Drop It, Do It. Feel it, drop it, do it. None of this big launch and preparation. Well, guess what? I'm doing a big launch and preparation right now because I've been feeling and dropping and doing it since 2016. And I have a lot of work to show. And I have a structure that I want to bring forward that highlights my clients and all this beautiful artwork I've been doing. And I have it. I'm just about to launch it. So full moon is about completion. And what I wanted to say about the moons was, I believe there's more than the moon to pay attention to. I believe that we're paying attention to the whole cosmic transits and how it aligns to your own feelings that are coming up and what's shifting for you. And I definitely feel the collective shifts that happen with these cosmic transits. And it's not just about the moon. So I want you to begin thinking about, well, what is drawing me in? What am I shifting with? Is it the planets? And you can also ask to be disconnected from the collective and all of that. But you'll know in your, I know in my human design, I have all three gateways. Like, I'm meant to feel my own feelings, I'm meant to feel my immediate collective, and I'm meant to feel the whole collective. And I identified with that so powerfully when I learned that, because I feel that connection and I understand the difference between the three. So you have your own, we're each like filtering our life experience and expressing how it manifests for us, and the medicine is your beingness and what comes through that expression. So on that note, we have art, and for me, art is the deepest way I process and connect to the energy, to what's happening in my life, to the emotions, to the transformation. And these portraits that I do, I don't just do portraits. That's not like, the portraits are a manifestation and one aspect of the healing activation work that I do. And it is very powerfully unique to me, the way I do it, everything. But it's not just about like, oh, can I get one? And you pay me a couple $100 and get a picture. It's not like that. It's a deep personal experience. Not everybody gets one. Not everybody's going to invest in the experience. And the more deeply you invest in the experience, the more your portrait will reveal the work that we've done together, the connection that we've had together, the shift and the transformation. So if you book in an hour portrait, it's an hour of my time. You're going to get a lot. And if you book in for the $1,500 Valtopia biz expansion, wow, you're going to expand your business, and your portrait will have many, many layers and reveal the many hours we're spending together. So that's something that I want you to know about the art and the expression that you may be doing with your clients. Don't try to package yourself like you've seen other coaches or anybody else do. Let yourself integrate and embody the medicine that's coming through you. Maybe you make sounds, maybe you play a drum, maybe you pull cards, maybe you use the Healy, maybe you use dialogue, maybe you ask really good questions. What is it that you are able to witness about others that help them witness themselves more powerfully? That's healing, that's guidance, that's activation. Not you force feeding or hand feeding or spoon feeding anybody your method, but you just shining in radiance in your holistic presence and being, and letting that inspire and illuminate those around you to find theirs, right? I love this. Okay, stay safe. Okay, and the last card coming through is the love card. Now, in this energy that's spiking up all these emotions and bringing out situations where solar plexus feels compromised, and there's crime, and there's the virus, and there's blah. It's really important to remember to be good to yourself and others and stay in love. And I have been coming back to this, like I've had really some tantrums, and then at the end of the tantrum, I'm just like, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And I open my heart. And I open my heart to the soul level of everybody, no matter how bad they piss me off. I'm over there talking to their soul, saying, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I trust that we're doing what we're supposed to do together. And we're on this plane, I'll connect with you, but you can't come into my real life because that was a shit show. I have a couple people like that where it's just like, that doesn't work in person, but I'll talk to you on the ethers. I'll talk to you up on the soul plane any day. I feel you all day, every day. I know you're there. But we're not going to hang out in person until I see some, you got to do that for yourself. All right. What's resonating so far with these cards? And hello, everybody. Say hello if you're here, and feel free to share this. All right. So the next set of cards we're going to do is the Amber Annette's Compass. And my Healy finished that program. So I'm going to run the next program. Do you feel the vibrations running as I'm live streaming? Let me know. So the next program I'm going to run is lung function. The second thing that came up on my Healy, my quantum device today, is lung function, which is not surprising. I'm here in Venice Beach, California. The sky has been gray. I rode my bike to the beach yesterday because it was the first time I'd been out in days, and I needed some exercise. I needed some sunshine. I needed some fresh air. So, my lungs do feel a little wheezy. And so I'm going to run the lung function in the bioenergetic 2 program and let myself be regenerated that way. So let's pump that on. So we have lung function. Where is it? Oh, lungs. Okay. So I'm hitting, it's loading up my program. And while we're hanging out, these vibrations will be coming through to support my lung function. And yeah, the Ho'oponopono all the time, every day, all day. Okay, so, and if I'm missing your comments because I shared into different groups, I'm so sorry. I'll come back and check them out afterwards. So lung function is, these frequencies are going to be running to support my bioenergetic field and to support my lung function. And like I said, I have a Zoom video that I can share with you that kind of explains some of this a little bit more. And if you want me to run a scan with you or talk about it, if you're really seriously considering joining my team as a independent partner or buying it as a client, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. This is not like, this isn't selling. This is like serving. This tool is incredible. And the women that have joined my team, their lives just exponentially expand as soon as they might be a little bit scared at first to make the investment. And within, seriously, as soon as they decide, like I don't even let them decide unless they decide. I don't want to convince anybody. I want you to come to the choice on your own. And when you do, there's like no looking back. There's just excitement and expansion and money, honey. I'm making money. We need money to do the things we want. We need to be sourced to create the experience that we desire. And part of taking leadership is taking ownership of your wealth, your wellness, and your health, both your wealth, your money, your ability to create for yourself in a way that aligns to your body and being, and finding ways to deal with the real life situations that may be like, how do I deal with this? You deal with it by going inward first and seeing where you're in total resistance to what's happening on the outside and shifting the vision and the energy. I've done it so many times, and I still, part of me inside, my inner child wants to go, it's not fair, and I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, so we're going to pull from the Amber Net deck and see what comes up here for today's reading, collective reading. And then, like I said, I'll tune into a few of you with one card. I feel a lot of energy in here moving in the chest. That's a lot of obligation and guilt coming into awareness as we are connected today. So let's see what's coming up. Ooh, we got a couple cards that flew out here. You guys feel the frequencies running? Okay, I love it. So we have the reflect card and the heart chakra card. And the heart chakra actually came up as one of the things in my reading that was a little lower on my aura reading on the healing. And it feels, my heart chakra feels a little bit tight right now. You know, when we get startled, when we get scared, when we get stunned, when we get into sabotage, our heart wants to close up and protect us. And I just recorded a really powerful drop for my private clients for this month's drop that addresses opening the heart chakra and trusting that expansion. And you can have access to that if you join my Valtopia Soul Portrait membership, which right now it's early bird. It's only $111 a month. I'm about to launch all my website, everything new, and it's going to go up. You get a lot of access to me, and you get to understand and be in the activation of your fellow leaders stepping up and doing this inner work. And we as a collective get to support and witness each other in places that you're not going to find this level, like the way this support is and what it's about. It's about embodiment. It's about feelings. It's about super high level awareness on the cosmic and earth plane, and how to integrate that into a holistic leadership embodiment that lets you trust and love yourself and show the fuck up, even as you're a mom, even as you're going through physical pain, even as you're adjusting your body reality to your cosmic vision. And that is what we're doing in these spaces, this private space. And you can receive that healing in there. I'm going to be dropping it probably later today for you guys. So, ooh, I feel the heart chakra now as I tune in. So reflect, like, where are you guarded, and where do you have like little blocks of protection happening that maybe it's still invisible or subconscious to you, that are coming into awareness with these disruptions you might be feeling with your solar plexus and the cosmic transit. That's what these experiences are designed to let you see where you're still guarded. Unfortunately, sometimes they're so unpleasant or scary or whatever that we tend to like go into PTSD and shut down more. That's where you need to work with a trauma-informed guide or a somatic healer to let you come into awareness of where this stuff is happening in your body, because you can't just work with the mind. And you can't just take action without becoming aware of the deep-seated patterns that have been creating your life experience so far. We got to get into a holistic approach, right? Okay. Yay. Isn't it a great deal? I mean, come on. Absolutely. And when I get everything set up, I'll be also creating access to the recordings on a monthly drip feed where you could just go to a website and you don't even ever have to log into Facebook or anything. And you can just, and you don't have to interact in a group, because I have a lot of clients who are so sensitive to other people's vibrations and frequencies. They don't want to be in a Facebook group and deal with other people's stuff. It's like too much. And I get it. I get it. When you begin to purify and clarify your energy field and understand who you are, and then you feel the difference between being in your own vibration and then stepping into others, it can be alarming and unsettling to have to go in and then deal with your own thoughts about how you want to manage these other people and everything. I get it. So I do have access to these recordings in a way that lets you listen in the privacy of your own space and evolve with the frequencies. They're not mine to keep, you guys. The sounds and the music and the art and the ideas that come through you are not yours to keep. Press play, press record. Most of the stuff that I've sold that really activated and changed people's lives was just me pressing record on my phone and having the strength and courage to sort of package it together into something and say, hey, I did this thing. And I've gotten so much shit for it, like from my coaches and everything. Everybody wanted me to be more slick and have the copy be more easy to understand. And I'm trying to package it more, but it's innovation. Nobody's ever done it like you. So don't worry too much about the package and the presentation unless you're lit up by that. Like right now, I'm really excited about presenting everything more formally. I've worked a long time to understand where I'm at, and I get to do this now, but that didn't stop me up until now. Up until now, I just keep hitting record and letting it be what it is. And my human being's a perfectionist. Sometimes I'm feel kind of embarrassed or awkward, but it doesn't matter. It still changes someone's life, and it changes my life. So let yourself be the medicine. Let yourself express what's coming through you. Yeah. All right, let's see what comes through the Arcturian Light Activation deck. Can I tell you, it feels really good to be live again and sharing the stream. I didn't really feel like at my mom's house, I could live stream a little bit, but my kids are around all the time, and my mom and dad, and I do like to have my space here in the studio and to share with you guys whatever comes through. And every time I go live, I might have an idea, but I'm mostly just in the moment, channeling through based on the feedback and the energy I'm feeling right now with you. Even if you're not on the live stream or admitting that you're on the live stream, I feel you, honey. Oh, look at this. This is so good. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about magnetizing to you what you visualize, desire, and know is here for you, and receiving it too. Because a lot of us are super magnetic and draw in people all around us. And then we're not actually letting the next stage of the experience, the receiving of what we're magnetizing, come through. Put your hand up in the air if you know that receiving has been, up until now, one of your things. How can we tune into opening up your expansion so that you trust and open up to what is indeed here for you? Let me see what we have here. Love you too. Love you too. All right. Okay. So the last set of cards we're going to pull through are the question cards, and then who, I might have missed your comments. So I'm going to see who, I love it. Why do I feel committed? How do I feel when I am committed, and why do I commit? There's a lot of ups and downs to this journey of showing up and sharing your medicine and being the medicine and being the lighthouse in your life, and commitment to staying the course, no matter what the external is showing you, whether somebody's bullying you or nobody's paying attention to you or whatever it is. That is not them. It is not about them. It is about you and what's coming through you, that is, in the moment you're receiving it, feels unseen, and you're bringing it into form by expressing it and allowing it to come through you. And at first there may be only one person or two people that are ready to receive. That doesn't mean it's not valid or what you're doing isn't good, or we also often we want this immediate financial and numbers results to prove that what we're doing is worthy. Stay committed to what you know is meant to come through you, and back and believe in yourself. You're the one that's going to stand up and say, I believe in this. It's like Nicole, she's been amazing. She's had to meet up with different situations in her life where people didn't quite understand. And she just trusts and knows in herself what's true for her and keeps shining in that way. Same for me. My family doesn't really understand the healing. They're like happy. They're happy for me, but they don't get it. And they don't need to. If somebody doesn't get it, it's fine. There's plenty of people that do and are lighting up from it. And I stay the course in my own time. I don't compare myself to others or, I need that external validation to feel connected. Let me look and see, make sure I'm not missing any comments. I'm going to just be looking down at my phone right here to see if there's any comments I'm missing. Okay, she's on a call and okay, good. All right, did anybody say they wanted a card? Did anybody share? I know Alana shared, so I'm gonna pull a card for Alana and take a picture and send it to her. And if you guys need yoga and shamanic guidance and amazing nutritional support and beautiful love, cosmic creation support, check out Alana. She's amazing. All right, let's see. Alana. Ooh, I see the energy spiraling. You are so guided and supported. There's so much around you. I see the hands. I see these flashes and sparks of light. Integrate. I feel like many of us are in a state of integration right now. And you cannot underestimate the integration time. So many people want to rush from the beginning stage to the activation and the completion of the work and the results. But the results come from how well you integrate. And that's my specialty, it's about the integration. This isn't always sexy work, you guys. The integration is like when you're laying there feeling weird and disjointed and like, oh my God, I'm so awkward. Ooh. That's when you're growing. That's when this stuff is happening. That's when you're actually becoming something that you've never been, and your ego's tripping and it's like, but what about like, what? No, let yourself be disembodied and integrate into a new space with trust and love and support. You can shift the way you integrate by changing how you love and approach it. I have that happening right now with one of my clients where she's just relaxing into her embodiment stage, whereas in the past she might have really beat herself up or reverted to sabotaging kind of patterns because it can be uncomfortable to just wait while your body adjusts and adapts to the changes you've made. Let me know if this resonates for you. All right, let me see if there's anybody who wants a card. Hi, Joe. Okay. Yeah, we don't need others' validation. I know. We want to, and there's a difference between knowing that you want to be adored and you want to be appreciated. And I mean, heck, I would love for my client, they do often, just unsolicited testimonials. I write that a lot in my journal. Unsolicited raving testimonials. You know why? Because that means my clients are happy. I want that. It's not because I want to get external feedback. It might feel nice. I want the result of what that means. Unsolicited raving testimonials means that the clients are thriving and stoked and they just so happy they want to share it. That's the result I want, is my happy clients, right? My evolved and embodied, stoked as fuck, shouting from the rooftops clients, which I have lots. I have my VA is going through my testimonials right now and putting them into this beautiful graphic design thing I did. And I'm like, oh my God, I have so many testimonials. Do you save your testimonials? Yay, there's my hummingbird. It just finally came back for the first time. I'm so excited. I love it. I came home and my garden was all dead. We had replanted everything, all hummingbird food, and it just came to look at me. So I know it's going to be coming around. That's a sign of joy. All right, Joe, I'm pulling your card. Joe, when I tune in, I see a lot of white and yellow energy around your field. Do you feel, let me know when you feel me tuning in. I feel some heart chakra for you, Joe. reflex. This is such a good card. The reflex. The reflex. Da-na-na-na-na. So this cosmic weather instigates and stirs up all these situations to evoke emotions so that we know what our true desires are, so that we can take action. And a lot of times we will react the way we used to because it's ingrained in us. And even though we've done the work, and then we'll be like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I acting like that? Catch yourself. Is this a reflex? Are you just responding by rote because you used to do it that way? And you're just like, you can catch yourself in the middle. And even if you're in the middle of yelling at somebody, you'd be like, oh, hang on a minute. I don't do that anymore. Give me a minute. Thank you. I appreciate your presence. I apologize. Whatever, just catch yourself in the middle, like that freeze frame in the Matrix. I'm always saying that, like, let the energy pass you by, gather yourself back together, and make the choice of how you proceed moment to moment to moment. And there is no past. Like, everything is up until now. Up until now, I did this. Up until now, this is what was happening. Up until now, this is where we've been. In the moment, you can change anything and everything. And I have to remind myself of that too, because I have a situation in my life where I have to deal with someone every day that I've chosen to leave, but we have kids together and we're so opposite and we want to do things so differently. And I'm sure it's just as maddening for him as it is for me. And that's our karma and our stuff. And I can feel helpless in the middle of the situation, but the truth is I'm not helpless, and I am a powerful creator, and I get to decide what I desire and let myself be supported by my focused intention, by my inner beingness, by my choice and vibration, and visualizing how can we have, what I did 5 years ago when this all started was to visualize a peaceful and loving resolution. That was all my mind could handle at the time. I just kept saying peaceful and loving resolution. Peaceful, loving resolution. And at the time there was anything but peace and love. Okay. I did have a peaceful and loving resolution, and it has been mostly peaceful and loving. And of course, with all this that's going on, there's more peaceful and loving resolutions to be created. There you go. There you go. Okay, I read Joe. Is there anybody else that wanted a card that I'm missing out on the comments, or I didn't see your response? And listen, if you love me and you're watching this playback or you're live with me and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I work with you, Val? I have this huge transition I'm going through, I'm ready for it. And I want you in my corner. I want you to work with me day to day to move through PTSD type of response I have towards organizing my financials, or towards taking that next leap in my business, or toward breaking up with somebody I've been afraid to leave, or support with my cranky mother, whatever this thing in your relationship. I work with cosmic leaders. I'm very woo. So I like women who are already interested in expressing their connection to the divine, their energy. I work with the Healy. Most of my clients already have a Healy or buy a Healy when they work with me. And you can apply to work with me on Valtopia.com. There's a questionnaire. Fill out the questionnaire. I will look at it today and we will get started immediately. And I have some powerful containers that have been tested through other people, tried and true, amazing results. I can send you my client testimonials to work through this stuff together. I invested in support to work out of the place I was a few years ago, where I felt like I didn't have a choice and that I didn't know what to do. And when you don't know what to do, you don't just sit there in your own stew and say, I don't know what to do. You find somebody that is going to help you figure out what to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to help you come into alignment with what do you really want and what's going on with that feeling. And do you feel that in your body? Well, that's guilt, that's shame. What are you guilty and shameful about? And we realize that some of it's inner child, some of it's experience in this life, and some of it's from past life stuff that you were just born into and you've been carrying your whole life and recreating these situations over and over again, because you never had a chance to really look at the root of your genetic imprint and your ancestral patterns. Your ancestors over there going, hey, you don't have to hold on to that anymore. And when we release their pain and grief from our body and being and allow a new story to be created, they're cheering. I can feel the emotion. We feel the emotion of our ancestors when we light up in this work. This is work that you're doing for your family and for the world right now. The changes that you make within your own body and being right now affect everyone around you. And the choices you don't make and then you hold on to and stay stuck in affect everyone around you. So either way, we can choose to light up together and have an incredible time and push and work through some of the stuff that's been keeping you in a holding pattern and get to new spaces of being and creation together. That's calling you. This is for those of you that are like, I want this. I know that I'm meant for this and I'm doing this. I'm not here to convince or cajole or bully or push anybody into anything. I'm here when you're ready to step up and say, Val, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to step up in leadership. I'm already a leader. I want to take it to the next level of embodiment, meaning you feel it throughout your whole body. You trust yourself. You back yourself. You just radiate supernova light because that is what you are. That is what you are already. Oh, I'm on fire today. Let me tell you, it feels good to be back. Okay, does anybody else need a reading or have any comments or have anything to say? If you want a card while I'm still live, share the live stream and ask me, and I'll pull one of my fuck yeah cards for you. And do you guys feel the frequency running for the healing right now? Looking and seeing if there's any comments. And if you're wondering, this backdrop behind me is Nicole's portrait, that one of her portraits. I have a new one for you, Nicole. Ooh. This, she did the Valtopia Biz expansion. Did it expand your business? Boy, howdy. And it's a beautiful transformational experience to get these portraits done. Look at the little angel over here. It's amazing to see what's in your field. There's dragons, there's fairies, there's mermaids, there's dolphins, there's cougars, there's sparkles, there's energy swirls. There's all this stuff that I see and feel when I just look at you. And these portraits let me spend time in your field and evoke and bring them forward just so you can really, like, I feel like there's a remembrance that just happens when you see these portraits, not just for you, but for your tribe, for your community, for your clients, everything. So, okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining me today. I don't see any more requests. If you're watching the playback and you're like, oh, I wish I'd have seen this live, comment and I'll, you know, I will call you in energetically the next time I go live. And I have my kids for the next 5 days. So I'd like to say, hey, I'll be on live a whole bunch in the next few days, but I probably won't. I've got two, my kids are 7 and 11. They're high energy, you know, highly sensitive. And when I'm distracted, they reflect that to me. They kick off and they have school too at home. So I'm a good mom. I care about my kids, and I'm devoted to them when they're in my presence, and then when they're over at their daddy's, I'm totally into this. So I'm here with you all the way virtually, and my video presence and my live presence is here mostly on the days when I don't have my kids. So thank you so much for joining me today, and please take a look. I'll put in all the comments, all the ways you can connect with me. If you're excited about these portraits, my energy, learning how to do these portraits, the vibrations, the Healy, the card, the Valtopia sphere, please join me in Valtopia Soul Portrait for only $111 a month. It's not going to be like this all the time. We're just in a period of transition, and I want you to get in while it's easy. And I will make an offer today. For the next person who signs up for Valtopia Portrait, Soul Portrait, I'm going to do 1 more hour activation with you. If you sign up today. Let me know, like, I want that. And that's just a huge deal because you don't normally get a chance. And all the ladies that are in there right now have had their hour, and I'm about to unleash them as a group activation. So I will see you on the next stream. Thank you for joining me. Please share this. If you watch the playback, the more everyone gets to learn about how to enjoy themselves and raise their vibration and be the change, the more we all get to change. Own your frequency. You're the miracle. See you next time.